In this video, we'll learn how to implement a potentiometer-controlled servo speed mode. First, we need to complete the wiring. The potentiometer has 3 terminals. 1 GND, 2 signal output, 3 positive voltage connection. When purchasing a potentiometer, please select one with an output voltage of 010V. Connect the GND terminal of the potentiometer to DC24V, the signal output terminal to S2 or S1, the positive voltage terminal to DC24V+, and finally connect a wire from DC24V to the AG servo analog input common terminal of the driver. Parameter settings require the use of a serial port debugging assistant RS485 to USB. Connect the RS485 to USB hardware to the PC and the servo driver via terminals AB. The wiring is as follows. Connect the converter's A+ terminal to the servo driver's A terminal and the converter's B terminal to the servo driver's B terminal. After completing the wiring, we need to set the parameters. Please consult the sales or technical staff for the servo host computer software and install it on your computer. Open the server software and click English in the upper left corner to switch the software to English. Click the New Project button, select C630S, and the default communication parameters will appear. No modification is needed. Select the COM port number that appears after connecting the RS485 to USB adapter to the computer. The port number can be viewed in Device Manager. If multiple port numbers appear, you can unplug and plug in the RS485 to USB adapter to confirm. Finally, click Finish. Click Link to begin attempting to connect to the servo drive. A connection success pop-up indicates that the drive has been successfully connected to the PC. Click on the Parameters page to try to read all the parameters of the current servo. In speed mode, we need to set to key parameters. Please note, when the setting method prompts for a stop setting, you must disconnect the servo before setting the parameters. Otherwise, the parameters will not take effect. First, for P0200, set 0 to speed mode by entering 0, then click the Write Group Parameters button. After writing, you can click Read All Parameters to verify if the modification was successful. The second parameter needs to be set to P0600. If the potentiometer's signal output is connected to AI1, set it to 1. If it is connected to AI2, set it to 2. Finally, there's one more parameter that needs to be set. To enable the servo motor and ensure its smooth operation, I connected a normally closed contact of the button to D1. One end is connected to the servo 0V terminal, and the other end is connected to D1. If you don't want to use an external button to control the servo's enable, you can set P0303D1 level logic to 1, and the motor will be enabled by default after power on. After setting it up, we can rotate the knob to drive the servo. Let's see the final result. Finally, one point to note is that if the potentiometer you purchased is not a dedicated 010V output potentiometer, you must be very careful about the degree of rotation. This is because the potentiometer may actually output 024V. Do not rotate it too much, otherwise exceeding 10 volts will burn out the analog input of the servo driver.